Hi everybody and welcome to Room for Change. I'm Joanne Liebler. Who says that when you have a house full of kids, your decor has to go down the drain? Well, today we're going to make this split level home behind me very kid friendly. We'll begin in the lower level where we'll transform a rather dated, shabby room with an updated style that will appeal to both kids and adults in the house. Then we'll move upstairs to a room which is currently being used as a home office. We will make way for the new baby of the house by turning this space into a stimulating and colorful new nursery. We will have all of that plus designer tips, so stick with us. Welcome. Today we are working in a home belonging to a growing family. There are 2 children, there's a new baby on the way, and a lot of times in an active household like this, the decor will suffer. And we are about to remedy that by making this home more child-friendly. Let's take a look at our first room. It's a lower-level family room which serves as a play space for the kids and even as an exercise space for the adults. As you can see, it's seen a little wear and tear throughout the years. However, it does have some cozy features like this large brick fireplace, and it does have a spacious feel. The room could use some style, something suitable for the adults and children, and we've got just the person to create that. Her name is Julianne Siegel. Hi, Julianne.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Julianne is with Metropolitan Interiors, and you have in your hands a sign of things to come, don't you?
That's right. Downstairs in the family room, we're going to be doing a mixture of different textured fabrics, along with some fun animal prints, and a nice texture fabric with some wonderful colors.
Yeah, these are very rich, bronzy earth tones, aren't they?
Exactly. So that'll look really great along with some fun toys for the kids.
Gotta have that.
That's right.
Let's get to it. Sounds great. We began by clearing everything from the room. With that done, our first step was to transform the walls, taking them from vibrant blue to a more neutral off-white. The new color coordinates well with the neutral earth tones of the brick fireplace and woodwork. Plaster, brushed with a special combing device, was used to create the textured faux finish. The neutral color was achieved using 2 different tones of paint, a taupe base underneath, and a yellow wash on top. Window treatments were next. In place of the long floor-length panels, we opted to use fabric pull-down blinds. Done in neutral tones of golden, yellow, and white, the treatments offer insulation and privacy while maintaining a crisp, subtle look. Now for the furniture. A sofa and love seat were added in place of the old sectional. These 2 matching pieces are upholstered in a chenille blend, which will be durable against active kids, while still being stylish for adults. Their curved arms and overstuffed appearance help to soften the angular feel of the space. A coffee table was next. This bulky piece adds weight and dimension to the space and serves to anchor the seating area. Made of caramel-colored laminate, it's both durable and attractive, making it a great option for a room that gets a lot of use. Additional seating was created next with this plush armchair and matching ottoman. The pieces, done in black and faux leopard print chenille, coordinate with the natural hues of the room, while the harlequin pattern and contrasting fabrics help to add texture and interest. Julianne, so far in this room you've got a lot of neutral tones going, and sometimes when you have too many neutral tones it can seem sort of washed out and boring. It doesn't seem that way in here, and I'm wondering what it is that's making it all work.
Well, Joanne, the thing that really makes it work is using different textures. For example, this chair over here, it not only has a unique animal texture, but it has 2 different tones of texture on it. This laminate table has a unique texture. It's more flat, leather-like. The couch over here is a more soothing, soft look. And then on the walls, you have this beautiful texture created by plaster applied to the walls and a special comb that gives this effect. And then we've painted it and taken tools to rub color into it for a faux finish. So it gives a whole nother texture, which creates interest in the space.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I really like how that turned out. Well, shall we get the rest of the room together?
Let's do it.
All right. With the major pieces in place, we finished off the room with artwork, lamps, and accessories. Earth-toned fabrics and a variety of nature-inspired accessories give the room a comfortable, stylish new look. Special attention was paid to the texture and shape of the pieces. They help create this beautiful and pulled together look. And with that, this room is complete. Julianne, I see what you mean by making this space kid-friendly. This is a great idea to have all the toys sprinkled throughout the space.
Right, they really make for wonderful accessories, especially when you use pieces like this beautiful bread bowl from Hungary. It's an antique piece, so it adds a lot to the space. And putting it on a wrought iron stand will lift it up and make it look even more beautiful. You could also use beautiful boxes like this, as you see in front, to put in their art supplies, and they don't break like glass would, so they're really practical to use as well.
Well, this makes the space usable for the entire family because the parents can be down here having conversation, and the kids will be distracted because they have all their toys down here.
Exactly, and it might get messy for a little bit, but you could always just put it right back in. Another idea, too, is to use stuffed animals, such as this beautiful baboon sitting up here. He adds a lot of character to the space, and the kids like looking at it, so it's really fun to use some of their toys.
Yeah, well, it looks great. Excellent job. And we want you to stay tuned because in just a few short moments we are going to head upstairs and transform an office into a nursery. But before we do that, let's take another look at the transformation of this lower level. Before, the room had function but lacked style and personality. Now we have the best of both worlds. Beautiful, tasteful design, as well as practicality, make a room that can be enjoyed by both kids and adults. Welcome back. Today we are working on making this home more child-friendly. Julianne Siegel is with me, and so far we've transformed the lower level. And now we have moved up into an office, and this is going to be
a nursery.
We got a baby on the way, don't we?
That's right. So this color would not work for nursery. It's too dull. We have to go with something brighter and more fun. So this actually is the color palette we're using. This is going to be a border that's actually going to be put up in the room. This will be a color on the walls in the room, and you have to wait to see where this color will be. And then there's a special finish on the walls that's going to go on the yellow paint.
Now I'm seeing a little bit more blue here than pink, or is this going to be a gender-neutral room?
Gender neutral.
All right.
Either way.
The gender-neutral nursery coming up. Let's get to it, okay?
Okay.
Once again, we began by clearing everything out. And take a look at what colorful paint can do to transform a room. We chose a stimulating combination of blue and yellow paint to brighten up and change this room from office to nursery. The dark blue paint provides a nice base for the room and helps weigh it down. A sparkling glaze painted over the yellow base coat gives the walls a whimsical touch, while a colorful celestial border scattered with stars, moons, and swirls adds to the appealing wonderment on the walls. A window treatment was next. This custom-designed window treatment was chosen for its colorful, unique style, with its combination of pinstriped fabric and a coordinating valance in red, yellow, and blue. The pinstriped shade folds down, blocking out sunlight to allow our new baby to nap. Coordinating wall art was next. This custom-designed applique wall mural is a bold complement to the window treatment, and it adds a second dimension to the boxy shape of the room. Made from colorful fabric, in a whimsical contemporary design, it's strewn with stimulating images, including a bright sun, a cat, and piano keys, and it makes a wonderful focal point for this small space. A crib was next. This slatted sleigh bed style crib was dressed with colorful bedding. It coordinates with the window treatments and helps pull the whole look together. Next, a dresser, table, and chairs. The dresser will store all the precious new baby clothes. Silver knobs in the shape of a star give the piece a celestial twist, fitting for the theme of this nursery. Under the window, a child-sized table and chairs is a fun addition. Painted in bold colors of red, blue, and yellow, the table is designed to resemble a spaceship, with each tiny chair resembling a tiny rocket. Finally, we finish the nursery with toys and accessories. Whimsical accessories give the room plenty of creativity and personality. While colorful containers to store toys for both baby and the baby's siblings will help keep this room organized. With that, our look is complete. This room has gone through a dramatic change from an office to this very colorful nursery. I think when people think of nurseries, they think of pastels, baby blue and pale pinks. These are bright colors.
Right. I think as babies get older, a few months old, they start to see the colors. At first they don't see them, but as they start to see them and notice, they become aware. It stimulates their brain. They look around and really love it. So it's very fun and exciting to have a lot going on in a baby's room.
You brought in this table and chairs. I'm assuming that's for the older kids in the family.
Right. There are older brothers and sisters that would be coming in, and the baby loves to watch them, learns from them, and it's just a great experience and bonding experience for the two of them.
Excellent. Well, it looks great. A study in primary colors here. And we want you to stay tuned because in just a few minutes we are going to get some designer tips from Julianne. But before we do that, let's take another look at the transformation of this room. Before, this spare room functioned as a home office. Now it's been transformed into a colorful, stimulating nursery, a room that'll enhance the imagination and development of the new baby. At this point in our program, all of you get the benefit of designer tips. And Julianne Siegel is with me today, and you've been teaching us how to improve the decor of your home so it looks great and is also child-friendly.
Right.
And we're going to take that one step further because we're here at the coffee table, we've cleared it of everything, and you've actually wrapped it with, well, it kind of looks like a steering wheel cover.
Right. Actually, Joanne, this is a ready-made piece. You can buy it in different color vinyls, and it protects the corners or the edges of the table so that the kids can't hurt themselves as they fall down. You know, all the toddlers are always running and jumping, and it's a really good idea for when you want to protect the table or protect your children.
Right. Well, it's probably something that you would have for the kids when they're in those 2-3 years old because, as you say, you're always running. And I know my mother always told me, slow down or you're going to fall and crack your head open.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
So this is something you can just buy and you wrap your coffee table with it, or I suppose any sort of sharp edge table.
Right.
They probably come in different sizes.
Exactly.
And,
Does.
That's what you do. So that's how you can make one piece of furniture child-friendly. Another thing I notice about this coffee table, Julianne, is that it's all laminate. Now, you typically think of coffee tables as being glass, brass, wood, that type of thing.
Right. And most people think of using this in a kitchen or a bathroom.
Laminate materials, right.
Exactly.
So what's the logic behind it?
Well, first of all, it's very durable. It comes in different sheens and finishes to work with your decor, but it's also, you can write on it with crayons or ink or spill paint on it and it washes right off.
Well, that's what you gotta like with kids, exactly. Because that's the kind of things that they like to do is just draw all over surfaces. Now, this is sort of, I think, what people think of as classic laminate in just solid colors, but really it's come a long way. For instance, this particular table has almost an antique leather finish to it, doesn't it?
Right, or one of the faux finishes are so big today. But they also come in many other finishes, and here's just a few. For example, this one right here has almost an industrial feel with a cardboard type finish, but it could be fun in another space. This has a design within it and comes in 2 different types, a matte or a textured finish. This is actually in a wood style finish and can be very warm and pretty. And then these 2 are more like marble and come in 2 different color tones, but they can be very beautiful made up and very rich looking.
Right. Well, I think that's true. Laminate has come a long way in terms of all the different design styles that are available. Once again, it is a very durable material, but best of all, it's relatively inexpensive.
Right.
You know, so you got to love that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you have some other tips for us regarding insulated shades, right? Let's go take a look.
Okay.
There's so many different window treatments you could have selected, and Julianne, you opted to go with these insulated shades. These are custom made.
Right, and what's nice about them, Joanne, is that they have several different layers that insulate. One is a polyester layer, which really helps to keep the cold out. And then there's a mylar layer, which is the same material as mylar balloons, and that helps keep the sun out and keep it cooler in the house in the summertime.
Oh, right, it'll just reflect it back outside.
Right, and then there's another layer of some more polyester with a weatherproof backing, which will really help keep moisture out and help with that. And then you cover it in a beautiful fabric such as this or the one I have on the window here, and have someone make it into a Roman shade, and you have a beautiful shade.
Well, that's great because it would work in any climate and give you probably some savings on your energy bill ultimately.
Exactly. It's great for a lower level family room where it can get cold, or a nursery or kids' rooms.
Just about anything.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Good tip. We want you to stay tuned because in just a few minutes we're going to talk about our favorites. If you have questions or comments, please write to Room for Change, in care of HGTV, Box 50970, Knoxville, Tennessee 37950. And be sure to include the episode number and your daytime phone number. And Imagine living in a home with 2 young children and a baby on the way. Well, as far as the decor in your home goes, you want it to look good, that would be nice, but it would also need to be practical and durable. So that's just what we did today on Room for Change. We created a child-friendly design. We started in this lower level, a room shared by all members of the family with its toys for the kids and exercise equipment for mom and dad. The look here was somewhat dated and definitely not decorated. We changed that by bringing in durable furniture, pieces that can withstand wear and tear. And we brought in texture, which layers the design of this room with sophistication. And to make sure the toddlers will always be happily distracted, we brought in toys and stuffed animals. Next, we moved on to a home office, a perfectly workable, well-organized space. But with the new baby on the way, we shut the books on the office space and open up the room as a nursery. The use of sunny, bright colors will stimulate the infant and provide plenty of things to look at between naps. The furniture provides all the essentials, and the artwork gives mom and dad plenty to enjoy as well. Well, Julianne, you had kind of a challenge ahead of you, but I'd say you did it successfully. Congratulations. What was one of your favorite touches?
I think one of my favorite touches was the wall finish in the nursery here that we're sitting in. The glitter paint really adds a nice sparkle, and I just like the crispness of it, the kid-like nature of it, and the colors are just really fun for me. It's just inviting. I almost want to come in here and play.
Okay. Well, we could have a tea party here.
Yeah,
We're almost
we
set up for
could.
that. Well, I would have to say that I like the wall finish that you did downstairs. That's just, it's an inexpensive, unusual way to finish drywall. Makes it look very rich, very textured, kind of gives it an antique look on the walls.
Right.
Plus the furniture that you chose down there. Durable stuff, looks good, beautiful color palette.
Comfortable?
And comfortable, got to get that too. Excellent work.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks.
And that is Julianne Siegel. She is with Metropolitan Interiors. And at this point, we like to remind you to look around your own house because you may have a room for change. I'm Joanne Liebler. Thanks for watching.